What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? What's up, everybody? I hope y'all having a good day. Because my day going well. And for this live stream right here, I will be talking about if I think the Halo series gonna be good, bad, and plus my predictions from the YouTube stuff, everything like that. The Halo series, because I think this Halo series could be good in my opinion. It could be a good series. But the thing I'm worrying about, of my opinion, I'm just worried about the storytelling and just hope the story is good. And that's my thing. Just for all shows, because I think the storytelling should be good, in my opinion. Because, like, for me, right, during the stream, I will talk about just my predictions for it. Predictions. If I think this, and plus talk about Morbius, I'm talking about the DCEU future. Could it be good, bad, everything between, average? It just depends. It just depends, in my opinion, what y'all think of it. Because I think, in my opinion, that this series could be a good series, but I'm just worried. I'm just worried about the Marvel universe. Because I'm worried about the Doctor Strange movies and stuff like that. Because then about the hype for this movie is kind of high. The hype for this movie is kind of high. And that's kind of like my problem is because think about it. I just hope the hype could measure up to it, which I think could be a good thing or a bad thing. That just me. The Doctor Strange movie could have some good parts to it, and plus, I think, in my opinion, it's just me, in my opinion, I think the Doctor Strange movie do got a potential to be a dud, in my opinion. That just me. Because the movie could be a dud, and plus for me, and that's just me, in my opinion about it. If this Doctor Strange movie end up being a dud and people don't like it, this can mess up a whole universe. I think, in my opinion. Um, this is me, in my opinion. That's what I think about it. Because the thing about me, what I learned about the movies, everything like that, it sounds like the Doctor Strange movie was supposed to have cameos for a whole lot of people, and kind of like for me, I just hope the cameos is actually good. I hope the cameos is good. And kind of like for me, in my opinion, right? If some people can like it, some people cannot like it, in my opinion. That's just them. But the thing about for me, right, in my opinion, I just hope, in my opinion, that the hype in the movies don't the hype in the movie and the quality of the movie match up. In my opinion, because like No Way Home, the movie was good, but the hype they got after it was not as good as I expected to be. Of my opinion, of my opinion, the hype for No Way Home is some of the other movies that MCU just got too much hype, in my opinion. But shoot, it's just me, in my opinion, about that. Anyway, the other people who like it, who just won't like my opinion. And put a thing, in my opinion, right, which I do like, it could be good. Could be a good thing or a bad thing. They're kind of good, bad, everything in between. I just hope, in my opinion, that the Doctor Strange movie could explain the reason why the X-Men is in it. I want to know the reason why Miss Marvel in it. I want, and plus, I pretty much feel the reason why I wanted it because she might have something to do. She can help Doctor Strange fix the problem and stuff like that he might have caused. But that's just me. Well, like it could be a good thing, bad, but it's just me and my opinion about the whole thing. And kind of like the thing that I want to see, the kind of thing, in my opinion, that I want to see, in my opinion, I want to see, I want to see a movie with stakes in it, dealing with the MCU without too many jokes, of my opinion. Because the thing about me, if it has too many jokes in the movie, then the jokes take away from the stakes supposed to be in it, and then we all know, deal with the MCU and everything else like that, which I know and stuff like that. The MCU, everything else like that, which I learned that some people, some of the MCU might not like it, but that's just me. That uh and and plus the thing what I learned from the MCU, I think the MCU could do better. It's like I I just don't want to see changes in the stories, their origins, like they One Division, and plus the story changes in One Division. I just hope it's actually good in this. It makes sense in this one. Oh, that's just me. Because think about it, if they gotta change something dealing with Doctor Strange in this movie, I just hope it makes sense. In my opinion, because the thing about for me, if it makes sense, if it makes sense, then I'm cool with it. If it don't make sense, then shoot, then that's the time for me. I don't like it, and that's kind of like my opinion, which I like, don't like, everything else in between. Is like I don't like, in my opinion, how can I say this? I don't like, in my opinion, sound like deal deal with certain movies and stuff like that. Is that the big old director that's over the movie just change it just to be changing it without a reason why? And that's what I saw most of the time. Sounds like deal with movies, shows, and everything else and stuff like that. Is and like I know dealing with shows, movies, and stuff like that. And which I learned dealing with movies and stuff like that. Um, is that if the movies don't match up to the show, to come out, then the audience be like confused sometimes, and it don't even, and they don't like it half of the time, which I learned that they don't like because some people like it, some people don't. Because the kind of thing that I want to see in the future, like dealing with the movies was coming out, it put it coming out this with a Captain Marvel show. I've seen the trailer. The trailer cool. The trailer cool, everything like that. But it's just, I'm not so sure about the if the story, everything like that, is gonna match up. Because the thing about for me, which I want to see and might not see, with the kind of thing for me, right? Which I want to see, and which I want to see deal with the Marvel movies, shows, everything like that. Because like Black Panther 2, they kind of like saying that's supposed to be a different type of movie, but it's just I'm not so sure about if the movie is supposed to be different. In my opinion, if the movie is supposed to be different, or is it just a movie about Shuri getting the Black Panther suit, which don't make no sense right now. But I pretty much know the reason why they did it, be because they might Kevin Feige say you don't want to recast Black Panther, which is dumb in my opinion. That they don't want to cast Black Panther, and kind of thing for me, right? Which I learned from the MCU is like the MCU will change some stuff in it, but the kind of thing I want to know, don't know, and stuff like that about the movie is like the Black Panther 2 movies seem to be surrounded by Shuri, but then about it, I'm not I'm not a hater of Shuri. In my opinion, I'm not a hater of her. But the thing about my opinion is like I'm not a hater of Shuri. I just don't feel like it's her story just to like how can I say, it's not her story to step in yet. And that's just me. And that's kind of like in my opinion that just sound like of my opinion now. In my opinion, I think and kind of like for me, right, the time for the stories that I want to see dealing with the MCU Sherry character, it's like for her to get serious. In my opinion, if she can get serious, then I will be cool with her. Just be the Black Panther. That just me, in my opinion. That just me. Some people might be different. Some people might like it. Some people might not. But the thing about me that which I know about the MCU is like the MCU will change, and the MCU could adapt, and that just me in my opinion on it. Shoot, of my opinion, that on that the next thing they do the MCU, which I do want to see, the next thing that I want to see for the MCU, in my opinion, deal with the MCU characters is like I want I just want to see different characters get their own shine and stuff like that. Just without had to overcome the older characters that have been there. Of my opinion, it would have been good, bad thing, or something like that. And kind of like in my opinion, right, and stuff like that. And this just me, in my opinion about it. I just don't like the MCU did the Hawkeye, Hawk, and Thor. Those three I didn't like. And plus dealing with the Hawkeye dealing with Hawkeye shot, I didn't like it. And dealing with this series right here, the MCU feature news, I think. Let me see. Let me see. It was an article on the MCU because it was news on the MCU, I think. Yep, MCU, six new genres will explore the upcoming movies and shows. Yep, And then with Moon Knight, I think the Moon Knight show could be good too. Okay, let me try to share the screen. Let me share for everybody down here. Share. MCU 6. Um, I just hope it's showing the MCU that the MCU series six new genres that was for in the upcoming movies and shows. Okay. Let's just see some of the shows and stuff like that because there's an article for about 8 hours ago that's kind of new. It's other articles too. I will actually be reading from. The MCU may have certain house style. It may have certain house style, but it had divided into a few different genres over the years existence. Political thriller, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, heist actors Ant-Man, maintaining continuity and consistency. I don't got no problem with the Moonlight direction, but I just hope this do Moonlight right. And set up the Moonlight story, take a whole new genre in the form of a dark adventure tale with who contrast with next year's. Okay. Miss Marvel is lighthearted. Yeah, I kind of knew that. I kind of figured that was. I kind of figured that was that's kind of my opinion. I kind of figured that it would have been just one of a kind and stuff like that. That's just me. I kind of figured that, but everybody different. But shoot, I kind of figured that would have happened. And kind of like for me, I just kind of hope that none of the movies are not like that. I kind of figure up my opinion and stuff like that. It's like I just kind of hope some of the movies and stuff like that just don't be too kiddie and when it go dark, depending on the character, I just hope they do it right. In my opinion, I just hope the characters is done right. That's it. That's all I can hope for. Do a movie, a show, anything else like that. Because think about for me, if a show is done right, I'm pretty much cool with it. If it's not, I kind of got a problem with it. But think about it. Thing about for me, it's like you can't really control what you do, stuff, everything like that. You can't really control it, but it's just up to you at the at the time with your expectations what you don't expect. That just me. Because my expectation in MCU, I I just don't expect it to go too dark, too like it be like that happy medium. I think, in my opinion, but then for me, they do it too much with certain stuff, and certain stories should be dark, in my opinion. It should be dark because think about that. Just me, in my opinion. I do think that certain stuff should be dark. Certain stuff should not be dark, in my opinion. If you want to do it for families, I'm cool with that. But the thing is that when a character in my opinion puts you rated R and you don't do it rated R, you do like PG-13 or something like that. then should it's up to you at the time. You do at the time, which I think some people don't. And kind of like for me, right? Kind of like for me, right? In my opinion, I trust that because I've been in it, in my opinion, but explore that no, this is true. Here are the six distinct genres and dive into the near future. Horror is one of them. There have been some scary moments throughout the MCU, but no project have primarily did on horror. Okay. It looked to changes in the 2022 as both Doctor Strange and Multiverse. I got to actually see this just to believe it, in my opinion. And kind of like for me, that they say both focus on magic and supernatural. Okay. If it's such as magic and supernatural, then I'm cool with it and stuff like that. But shoot, I don't believe it till I see that jump. Because the MCU is like you can't really believe nothing until you see it, in my opinion. But think about it, y'all can believe it if y'all want to. But we all know dealing with the MCU stuff, everything like that, is that they do got ability to do it. But I just want to see it, in my opinion. I want to see it. And both, and that just one of my gripes I got with the MCU. Let me see. Shucks. And let me see the next one. Scale back with 13 established. It's okay. Oh shucks. Still the same old MCU because they say because they saying this aspect have scaled back PG-13, further establishing that it won't stray too far from the norm. But could be said for the Werewolf by Night. Moon Knight increased its age rating over. Wait a minute. If increasing the rating overseas, then what's the rating over here then? Is it PG-13, PG-14? I'm not sure about how they're doing this right now. Because thing about for me, it's like if they're establishing like a much harder rating overseas than over here, then so I'm not sure if the cuts gonna be different in America than over here. Because that's just me in my opinion on that. But some people might like it, some people might not. But the thing about me in my opinion, but the thing about my opinion, which I do want to see in the future, I do want to see in the future, which I do like in my opinion, if they can do like a PG-13, PG-14 type show and actually show um like in my opinion, it could be a good show. Up in my opinion, if they can do that, then I'm cool with it. Then sure, I'm cool with it in my opinion. If they can do like a PG-14 type show, and time for me, I would actually look at that show. I would actually look at it. I would actually give it a chance. Everything else like that, in my opinion. But if y'all like it, if y'all would like the Moon Knight show to be PG-13, PG-14, it's up to y'all. which one y'all like? Would y'all like a rated R show for Moon Knight? But if y'all like it, y'all like it. Y'all don't, y'all don't. Because think about for me, right? It's still let's say positive. The door, even if it's darker, it's darker. If it's not, it's not. This say the show's not darker, and just don't lie to fans and stuff like that. This says show is darker, and when we look at it, because think about for me, right? In my opinion, I do think it could be a good thing. It could be a good thing or a bad thing, but think about for me, it's right. Shoot, I think this whole genre could be a life in its own because think about for me, it's like in my opinion, that could be a good thing. But I'm not sure about on the horror element dealing MCU. If y'all think the horror element could work in MCU, y'all can tell me. If y'all would think that they will do the horror element MCU, then y'all tell me as well. If y'all think that they will also do it, because think about for me, it's like I don't really believe it. It said coming at 8. I man, we had a coming to 8 series deal with movies, deal with Tom Holland. I don't want to see no more coming of age series dealing with kids. I want the grown people. Grown people. That's it. Make the heroes grown. They might be kids in the comics. At least make them 18 and grown, man. Because shoot, man, I am sick of these kids heroes, man. In my opinion, I don't like all these kids heroes all the time. That's why I like Titans. Because think about Titans. Titans is a good show. Of my opinion, the coming to age series, I kind of for that. I kind of for it. But if y'all for it, y'all can put it in the comment section. Y'all for it. As the end of the process out of high school, which I didn't like him being in high school in the first place, in my opinion. I didn't like him being in high school up in the first movie. I understood him being in high school or something like that. But the thing about for me, him being in high school, I'm kind of cool with that. I'm kind of cool with him just being in high school in the first try movie. Second one, he should have been out, try to find a job, and try to get into college. He should have been in college in the second movie. But in third movie, he should at least be struggling. I think, in my opinion, but it kind of feel like me, in my opinion, it's like he wasn't struggling and stuff like that. Saying a different thing that MCU were doing. But shoot, in the second movie, he should have been in college. Third movie of the third movie, he should have been struggling in college and plus in a job right away, in my opinion. Because that just me, because just me, in my opinion. Because he should have been that. Because thing about for me, right, is for him to be in that struggling. I think, in my opinion, is actually would have been actually a good thing for him to be struggling inside this MCU. I think, in my opinion, just that him getting help for Tony. That's what it seemed like, in my opinion. That, just good thing about, in my opinion, could have been good or bad thing. But be, because the thing about for me, in my opinion, I do think the community story could work, but the thing about it, just don't make them too young or teenagers. In my opinion, I wouldn't do it. First up, in Miss Marvel, 6 episodes. That's two. Oh man. Speaking of origin stories, the animated Spider-Man first miniseries will serve as a prequel. I'm sick. Man, no, my shit. I might even look at it. Legal comment. Really? How no comedies for a Hawk series? The Hawk is not a comedy series, man. How in the world y'all doing this? Because the thing about for me is how you making it a comedy all of a sudden. It's not a comedy. How? Why is y'all doing this? How in the world is y'all making a Hawk a legal comedy? This do not make no sense at all, in my opinion. It don't make sense. But the thing about it, if y'all like, if y'all agree with it, I agree with it. If y'all don't. But kind of me, in my opinion, I don't like the Hawk series being a comedy. That's just me. I don't like it being a legal serious comedy, up in my opinion, because it don't make sense in my opinion. It don't. That y'all can say I'm hating everything like that, but the thing about me is like something like making a She-Hulk series a comedy. I hope they're doing it like a serious comedy or something like that. That I'm cool with that. And and plus his Hawk is not even Hawk no more in my opinion. He just like Professor Hawk is not the problem, but the thing about it, at least give him the ability to turn into the other Hawk when he get too mad, which I think in my opinion, that would be a good thing. In my opinion, because think about it, it like you could have kept that big old Professor Hawk. In my opinion, you could have kept that. You could have kept the big old Professor Hawk. In my opinion, but in my opinion, uh, in my opinion, stuff like that is like making a legal drama could be a good or a bad thing, but shoot, I don't like it. That this show being a legal drama, I don't like it. Political mystery. Now, now this, now this right here, I probably can step behind. I probably can step behind this. So I got political mystery. To think about for me, like making this a political mystery, I'm good with this. I'm good. Because think about it, because I know this show could be serious and nothing. I know it could. This and this is me. This political mystery thing that this be unless the MCU has spoiled both mystery and political in the past, but in this one, oh yeah, secret invasions. Oh, I want to see secret invasions because just me, in my opinion, because think about me and stuff like that. Because think about for me, right, in my opinion, because the thing about me, I think this secret invasions, I think in my opinion, could be a good thing or a bad thing, but oh, so we get the part. Yeah, of my opinion, I think this thing could be a good thing, but the thing about me, in my opinion, about this is, but the thing about I don't like about secret invasions is the secret invasions is that you will never know who you just can trust. In my opinion, and that just me. because this your thing. I'll talk that I would like to see because the thing about I would like about this one the this show right here could be like a real good. It could be like a real good start point, I think, in my opinion. But everybody different on that. But that's just me. But the thing about me, which I would like to see, I would like to see, in my opinion, what this show would do. That I want to see the trailer for this show. That and that's just me, in my opinion, about it. Because they might shoot. I want to see the trailer for this show, in my opinion. Because I want to see the trailer. I want to make sure the show is good. Because think about it, if this trailer right here it's not good, in my opinion. This trailer is not a good trailer, and that's just me, in my opinion. I don't think the trailer is actually good. In my opinion, shoot, man. Because think about me, it's like I will hope they don't like it, but it's up to them. Up to them, in my opinion. In my opinion, I do think it could be a good thing or a bad thing. But the thing about it, some people like it, some people don't. And plus, for me, I wouldn't like this. And time for me, and like I wouldn't like this, in my opinion. In my opinion, though, of my opinion, it's like I wouldn't like it. Some people like it, some people don't. But the thing about it, just just I do think, in my opinion, that this show right here, the Secret Invasion show, could be about the first second show. I think, in my opinion, it could be a good thing or a bad thing, but it's up to them. It is up to them to make it so friendly. I think and they make dark comedy. Oh shucks. Why do the MCU like comedy so much? I don't like it. Why do the MCU like comedy? It didn't work. The One Division show, the One Division show wasn't good in the first place. Why would you think that they need comedy? She don't need comedy. Just make her show good. That's it. Why do everybody keep on thinking that you need comedy for everything? I probably got to look and see or something like that. What type of comedy they talking about? Is they doing it? Is they not doing it? Something like that. And that just my opinion on it. It's like I think that certain shows, I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad, but it could be good, it could be a bad thing. But the thing about I learned about shows and stuff like that, it's like I learned that dark comedy probably can work for certain characters, and certain characters they don't. And this character right here, I think could work for a dark comedy actor, but the thing about, in my opinion, that I don't like about it is like I don't like the MCU relying on comedy. That just me. Why do she need some? Which any kind will be based on One Division. She since I got caught up to alternative, Hopper Harkis, the prequel series. Come on now. Holiday specials, no. That's it. This is this is the MCU just being the MCU as usual, in my opinion. Anybody? Yeah, I can hate me for saying this, but I think this new MCU plan is just like the same old plan they had for last series. I think, in my opinion, comedy, serious. They had comedy, serious, and in between shows. And and, and put a kind of snack at me is that this show right here did not deliver. It is it does not deliver anything new. Just until I see the trailer of some of these shows, in my opinion, and that's what I want to see. And that's just me, in my opinion. Be, because think about me, which I learned dealing with shows, movies, and anything else like that, is like I learned right and stuff like that. Sound like dealing with shows and stuff like that. Is like I know the MCU might not change and things like that. Too drastic. I think, in my opinion, it might not change. Uh, because the thing about me, right, and of my opinion, could be a good thing. Of my opinion, it could be a good thing. But the other thing that I want to see, in the future of the MCU, it is like is bring in the X-Men correctly. Bring the X-Men. Make sure that the Quicksilver we get is actually real Quicksilver and not nobody as a joke. Just get a thing about it, because the One Division made this Quicksilver a joke. Of my opinion, sound like making Quicksilver a joke had just had put some disrespect on Quicksilver name. I think, in my opinion, if y'all actually seen it and stuff like that, and that just me, in my opinion, is what I think about that. And kind of like the final thing I want to talk about is my deeper discussion of episode 1 of the Halo series, of this series right here, the Halo series. Because on the first episode of this thing is actually good. I think the first episode of this show is good anyway, in my opinion. I like this episode, the first one of the series right here, because this series actually show, in my opinion, is that the Spartans is not, it's not like oh, how can I say this? The Spartans is not, how could I say this? How could I say this without trying to disrespect the Halo? That this episode 1 here actually show the moves, the power sets, and actually showed that on the East Spartan was different in a way, because they kind of like a unit, like in a unit way or something like that. If you know, like one was a sniper, one was a tank, seem like one's a tank, one's a sniper, one's the strategist, and Master Chief seemed like he do both of them, which I think, in my opinion, was the down that which was a good thing, I think, when the episode showed. And CGI, everything was good too. CGI, the CGI, everything was good, in my opinion. Because like CGI, the fighting, I like the fighting. And plus for me, showing them and showing these partners on screen for the first time is like for me, right? It's like I was actually glad, in my opinion. I was actually glad. I was actually glad for a minute, in my opinion. And that just me. That's me in my opinion about that. Because the thing about it for me, it's like you cannot be one thing this minute, other thing next minute. The Spartans is the Spartans. And, and put the kind of it kind of got like in my opinion, they kind of my opinion right dealing with the Spartan program. It kind of seemed like this government right here try to control the Spartans. Seem like in my opinion, um of my opinion, I do think because like in my opinion, shoot, I do think in my opinion it could be a good thing or a bad thing, but I kind of think this show right here is kind of getting this footing, and this show right here is getting about how can I say this show is getting a whole lot of hate. I think it don't if they saw the show or something like that, and they want the same thing from the games, and they got criticism for the games in here, then that's what I'm good with that. But but the thing that the kind of thing I'm not good with criticism with is it's like because the show is different, and plus the creators of the show need to stop talking as well. Talk about some they don't make it for the toxic gamers, which was a dumb move on their part anyway, for them to say that, because that we all know if it wasn't for the gamers or anything like that, is that they won't be having this show to, just to unproduce, and you need the fans to be in the show side. I think, in my opinion, because like y'all can like the show, you cannot like the show. That's what up in my opinion. Of my opinion, this Taylor show right here is a good show, in my opinion. And for the name of the Spartan team is Silver Team. That's all you need to know. It's Silver Team. Silver Team, I think, is just how can I say this? It's the name of this unit. Just in case nobody don't know what the name of the unit is, it's Silver Team. And kind of like the other characters that I would I kind of glad to see, but should I don't trust is that this lady right here, the scientist lady, is like I don't trust her. I I don't trust her for nothing in the world. This lady right here, in the ship, because they might she might have did a research on the Spark program and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's like she treat the Spartans like the Spartans just machines instead of people, and that's kind of like the beef that I got with this character and this her character and stuff like that. That she puts me in the game because I think in the game can be a good thing. But the thing about for me, right, it is like making her character that her character me do seem like that she cares to some point about her soldiers and stuff like that, about her soldiers or soldiers, everything like that, whatever y'all want to call it. Uh, but like in my opinion, but sure, I still want to trust her because anybody that we all know that she willing to do a whole lot of stuff. I think in my opinion, I think she willing to do it. Just your thing about it, in my opinion. But then in my opinion, which I like, I might like y'all might like it, but y'all might like it, might not like it. It is so like this lady character right here. The doctor lady seem like, in my opinion, that she might do stuff behind the console back just to help out Master Chief, or she could do something behind his back just to help herself. Because they might she seemed like kind of character that she might help herself get, instead of her team. I think, in my opinion. But that just me. That just me, in my opinion. This is what I think. Because they might some some people might like it, some people don't. But the kind of things I think that she capable of doing, that if she not saying, is like, shoot, I do think, in my opinion, is that she might have a chip, a Master Chief head. I think, in my opinion, that just me because shoot, that's what I think. Because that Master Chief, because they about, she said that she got some kind of chip in their head. I think like that, just to connect to the helmet, and that's kind of what I think about it and stuff like that. And kind of like for me, right, in my opinion, it's like, um I do like her and her part, her playing in the show, because think about it, if that's her character, and that's her character in the show, she supposed to be playing, then she sure playing it good. Then because she, just the thing about it, that 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 that's just I want to see in her next episode is like, I want to see how far that she willing to go to help herself or help the army base she on. Because think about it, if she willing to help herself as only herself, then that we know that that she a kind of scientist who just care about her subjects. I think what she call them, her subjects, and that's kind of like my thing that I What's up, YouTube? This technical issues I we going through, and I hope we back. I hope that y'all can hear me and stuff like that. Because like kind of thing I want to see, kind of thing that I want to see dealing with this series going on. And another character I like is this character right here. Seeing like the major and his daughter, I think that worked technical, I think, and that would have seemed like to me. That's kind of like me, in my opinion, is what I think of it. Because it kind of seemed like the major and his daughter got two different points of view. Because it kind of seemed like the major got a beef with the people where the Chinese lady came from, the Chinese girl came from herself. It would seem like he got a beef with, and plus the daughter want to save them. I think it's something like that. Work with him. Kept thinking about the daughter want to work with him. It would seem like to me, and the father thing, want to follow orders. But so I think in a way that could be a good thing or a bad thing, but the thing about it, of my opinion about this is like we can't that you got to know when to do the right thing at certain points. Unless it's some kind of policy issue, that's what I think it is. And that's what I think it could be a policy issue, everything else like that. Because if it's a policy issue, then the daughter and major just got then the daughter and major, I think throughout this series just got a problem, I think, in my opinion. And that's kind of like a beef that they should have with the brass, I think. And just ask the doctor lady, I think, in my opinion, which I seen earlier, what she doing with the Spartans. Because the thing for me, right, it's like it's good to have like standards. I think, in my opinion, it's good to have standards, and this one to push evolution forward and everything you want to do, which I think is a good thing. But the other thing is how you do it, because you got to do it in a way. You got to do it in a way, in my opinion. You got to do it in a way that people that people outside can't even criticize. But the way this doctor lady doing it, it seems like they're doing it in a way that everybody could criticize, I think, in my opinion. Which I think, in my opinion, could have been a good or bad thing, but the thing about for me, which I would like happen, which which I would like to see happen in the future. Just a thing about for me, if I can see if I can see what's happening, I think, like in the series ahead, some of my predictions could be like Master Chief could find out the truth, I think, about his visions, and put it might take about two two or three episodes to find out about his visions and stuff like that, and see what the visions mean, because that's just me. Because the thing about me is like I do think that the visions could be a good thing, and that's just me. Because the visions and everything, which I think of this series, the Master Chief might find is actually a good thing, and Master Chief is protecting this girl right here, or he does, and she just ride it with him, I think, and that is my opinion of it, of my opinion and stuff like that. and that's kind of like my opinion of it. It kind of working with the people, which I think, in my opinion, could be a good or a bad thing. But if you got, which I think, in my opinion, could be a good or a bad thing. But this character right here could be a breakout character in this series, which I think, for me, right, if this character is written right, and Master Chief and her prior prior could prior can have prior can have good chemistry throughout the series. I think this series could be good, in my opinion. I think it could be good. I could be wrong, but I think, in my opinion, it could be good. And this Halo series need to be more than one season. I think, in my opinion, it needs to be more than one season. That's just me, in my opinion. That some people might like it, some people might not. But I do think it need to be more than one season of this series, because you look at the for this first episode, to show the Covenant, how they look, how the CGI look, everything like that. Oh, that junk look good. That junk look good, in my opinion, man. Because that just me, in my opinion, about it. But some people might like it, some people might not. But it's just on the CGI, the story in the first episode is actually good, in my opinion. I don't hate it. I don't hate the first episode story so far, but I do see some flaws in it, everything like that. Because the flaws I see is it sound like just how that girl got, just how you see that girl was in danger. I think because the death of Master coming late and shooting, which I did like the scene and stuff like that. It is, but where was the other three members at? Because the other three members supposed to have been there, and that's why I said it would have been better to have five people there instead of four. Because think about, four people just can't get everything, and that just me, in my opinion, what I think of it. But some people, some people might like it, some people might not. But the thing about, for me, right, which I like about this character right here, this girl character, is that her character don't trust nobody. I think that this character just don't trust nobody, which I like. And she is kind of like, in this kind of character, I think, in my opinion, could change over time in the series. It could change over time, because that's just me. Because that just me, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. That's what I think. Because I think this character could change over time. I think, in my opinion, her character could change. If her character don't change, then shucks. I think this character right here, I think overall could be could could be a hit. I think, if nobody might come in with a bias and just judge the show fairly. And that just me, in my opinion of it. If y'all can judge the show fairly without biases and stuff like that already, which I think could be a good or a bad thing. But it's just that we all know that fans come with biases and stuff like that. But I'm a fan of the series. But that's what I like the first episode of it, in my opinion. The first episode good. I was waiting on the second episode, stuff like that, and kind of like in my own little, and kind of like in my problem with this series might be, is like, I just hope the episodes is long enough just to explain some of the backstory, some of these stuff. I think, in my opinion, because I think that, in my opinion, if they can make the stories just long enough, which I think could be a good or a bad thing. Make that episodes not short, and that just me, in my opinion. If they can make the episodes not short and make the series go along, I think, in my opinion, go along better, which I think, in my opinion, they could. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good, bad, and everything different. Which I think could be a good or a bad thing, but hush, 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 just in my opinion, I think it could be a good thing. But everybody different though. Everybody different. Everybody different, and everybody think that this is gonna be bad. It's all about diversity and stuff like that. But if you look at the show on its merits, it's good. It got a good story so far. And kind of like her father died right here. This was her father. This girl Catherine was her father that died. And plus I think my opinion, this girl right here in Master Chief that's up front could have a bond, I think, something like that. But y'all might not like me for saying this. But since I do think the show could be real good. I think, in my opinion, I think this show could be high as a B plus to A minus. And people that come with an open mind, I think, in my opinion, it people come in right. In my opinion, with an open mind, it could be a good thing for people if they don't judge the show because the show in my opinion, is not like the game, which is dumb in my opinion, which is a dumb thing to say in my opinion. So you you don't like the show because you don't like the game. That's what, in my opinion, I don't think that the big time creators of this series don't need to be criticizing the fans either, or just antagonize them and giving them ammo just to report on, which I think, in my opinion, is actually a dumb thing that they can do. But if I was them, I just would say to fans instead of talking, I would try my best. I would try my best by y'all. In next season come along, if y'all want me to do certain stuff differently, then I open up just the suggestions and stuff like that. That just me. That what I would have said just to the fans and stuff, everything else like that. But if anybody seeing like the people making that show didn't do that, but that's just me, in my opinion. But some people like it, some people don't. But so that's just me, in my opinion of it. And kind of like for me, which I do hope could be a good thing. And kind of like the thing that I want to see, right, come for next season, and they're making next season, is like just how the army evolve, just how everybody politics changes, and that just me, in my opinion of it. Because the thing about for me, right, it's like you got in each season, each episode, you got to make the story grow on each character and just how the character changes, which I think, in my opinion, that they could do, and that just me, in my opinion of it, because I do think the characters could change through this series. The silver team might add an extra member at the end of this season or next season or something, if they make a second season, which I think could be a good thing. But if everybody think that Halo 6 could get a second season, I do think they could, in my opinion. They could get it on a second season. But everybody different on that. But just but then my opinion is like I do think this if they get a second season for this show, I do think the second season story could be better than the first one. That just means my opinion of it. But then some people might agree on that, some people won't. But then about it, I do think this show do need a second season. Y'all can agree or not agree, but we all know this show needs a second season. The Halo show, and that just me, in my opinion of it. Because think about for me, right? If they can make this like a 2 or 3 season show, and just making like a spin-off show of certain Spartans or certain units on like Silver Team, Master Chief that season. This team right here, um, some like Squadron Red, Squadron Blue, stuff like that. Make stories of each unit, which I think, in my opinion, could be good or a bad thing. But that's just me, in my opinion. Because the thing about I keep on hearing and stuff like that, it's like it sounds like everybody keep on complaining that he took off his helmet. I said, I don't care that he took off his helmet. I just want a good story, a good story, a good story. Like that's all I want. Just give me a good story, and I'm cool with it. Because in my opinion, it sounds like the Mandalorian and stuff like that. The Mandalorian Master Chief is two different genres. Be, because the thing about in my opinion, if you look at it, just in my opinion, right? It seemed like, of my opinion, sound like the Mandalorian lore does was surrounded the reason why he won't take off his helmet. The on the Master Chief helmet, it's not based on that. It's not, and it sounds like people people can hate me for saying this. That's what we need a now. We need we need that helmet to take off. I was cool with it, and that just me. I was cool with it. I didn't hate it, but since I understand the reason why that people didn't like it, I understand the reason why be, because they thought they would have kept it on at least for an episode or two. But the thing about it is like doing the scene it was on, it was called for the helmet to come off, in my opinion. But um and kind of like the end of this episode, just Master Chief, I think in my opinion, just had he put the ship on manual and stuff like that, and he turned around. He turned around away from the base, and puts the lady don't got no more control over Master Chief, seemed like, and she want him back. And if they want the unit to find him, because think about it, I think she knows something about Master Chief, unless she raised him or something like that. But they think about, for me, what I think could be a good thing or a bad thing, but that could be a good or a bad thing, something like that. And kind of like the thing that I want to see with this show in the future is like I want to see the relationship in between. I want to see a relationship in between the two people. I think help, in my opinion, go grow. I think in between the girl and Master Chief that's on front of here, because think about it, if those two relationships can grow, then shut. I'm cool with it. I am cool with it, in my opinion. and this is my opinion on it. Because they might people could like it or not. People could like it or not, in my opinion. But the thing about for me, right, of my opinion, is like I think this just I pretty much think it could be like a good or bad thing. Because they might mean it could be a good or a bad thing for me, which I think that it could be a good or a bad thing once this helmet come off. I think, in my opinion, is like I think in my opinion is that the big old mystery of who was under the Master Chief would have been revealed anyway, since the actor was already out there doing interviews. In my opinion, this episode right here, I give it 4 stars. It's like I did up in my review. If y'all saw my review just for coming here, check out this my review on YouTube on Generation One. I put a Halo Halo episode 1. That's just for me. That's the title of it. Paramount series. If y'all want to check that out, because think about each episode that come out, I would do a big old review on it. In my opinion, episode 1, I did a big review on it. That's just me and my opinion on it. But in this live stream, I guess episode 4 a 4 out of 5 stars. In my opinion, it was actually a good episode. It was actually a good episode. It had stakes, and Master Chief choreography, all the whole new choreography was good. Everything like that. And plus, at the end of this review right here, I just hope that the series keep on getting better, and and, and just don't stall out, in my opinion. But everybody, I will see y'all later, and see y'all next time.